Leah Essa.
Hello, Wisconsin! My name is Dr. Leah Esser, and I am so honored to be introducing the next President of the United States of America.
That's kind of a bold statement.
Vice President Kamala Harris.
Isn't there like a lot of people who don't like her?
I am so
Like a
proud
lot.
of the work that I do to serve our state and teach the next generation of leaders.
Like a lot of the voters.
For the Biden-Harris administration, I would still be obligated to student loan debt and unable to unconditionally serve the scholars I love. But thanks to the Biden-Harris administration's commitment to public service, I had almost all of my student loan debt forgiven.
It's not bad.
Giving me the opportunity to serve the scholars I love without being burdened by debt. This policy has changed my life, as well as the teachers, counselors, social workers, psychologists, and many, many more with whom I serve our students in the state of Wisconsin. That is the kind of change we will be voting for when we elect Vice President Kamala Harris this November. Vice President Harris has been standing up for ordinary Americans her entire career, from her service as a prosecutor to her time as district attorney, attorney general, United States Senator, and Vice President of the United States. She has always stood for the people. As Attorney General, Vice President Harris stood up for the
I don't know a
advantage
lot about
by
Kamala Harris.
colleges. And Vice President Harris,
Like I just really been paying attention to Donald Trump and Biden. So I don't know, but I'm going to be paying attention to her now.
President of the United States, she will be fighting for us.
Okay. Look, one thing I do know about her, like a lot of people do not like her.
She won the support of the delegates needed to lead our party. And now it is my distinct honor to introduce the first woman elected Vice President of the United States and the next President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Okay, we'll see. Let's see what she has to say. Look, I'm not really into that much of politics, but you know, it's kind of hard to miss Donald Trump. It's kind of hard to see how old Biden is. Like, it's hard to miss a lot of their stuff. I haven't really paid attention to Kamala Harris. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna vote for her. No, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna vote for her. So I don't know. Let's see what she has to say, and let's see before the election. Let's see what her words, and I'll probably look up to see what she actually has done and stuff. But right now, she's gonna talk about what she has done, and she's gonna talk about what she is gonna do. Like, a lot of stuff I heard from Donald Trump, what he wants to do, I don't know about that. So let's see. Let's see, okay?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. It is good to be back. Thank you all very much. Can we please please hear it for Leah and her extraordinary story and leadership. Thank you. And I do believe our teachers do God's work. They teach other people's children, and God knows we don't pay them enough. Let's thank her.
Why don't we just pay him enough? That's kind of weird thing to say right there.
And be back with so many extraordinary leaders, including my friend, the great governor of Wisconsin, Tony Evers. He's here somewhere. My dear friend, Senator Tammy Baldwin. And you know, I had the privilege of serving with Tammy when I was in the United States Senate, and she is always fighting for the people of this state, and I know that the folks that are here are going to make sure you return her to Washington, D.C. in November. Yes, we are going to elect her back to Washington, D.C. It is so good to be here also with Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez, Attorney General Josh Cole, Wisconsin Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski,
Okay.
County Executive David Crowley, Mayor Cavalier Johnson, and the great state party chair Ben Wickler.
Look, she's doing really good with her speaking so far. Unlike
Working together for years, and I can attest
Biden,
he knows
at least
how to
she's
build
all
the
there
infrastructure that delivers wins
and not
up
thanking
and
people
down
who's
the
not
ballot.
there.
Thank you, Ben.
Try to
So
announce
it is good
people
to be
on
back
stage
in
that
Wisconsin,
who
and
isn't
it is
there,
great to be in
Putin. Like,
Milwaukee. As many of you know, our state campaign headquarters are in this city. Yes, and there is a reason for that. The path to the White House goes through Wisconsin. Yes, it does. And to win in Wisconsin, we are counting on you right here in Milwaukee.
look, she's doing great so far. So,
And you all helped us win in 2020. And in 2024, we will win again. Yes, we
we'll
will.
see.
So, Milwaukee, I want to start by saying a few words, and I could really speak at length, but a few words about our incredible President Joe Biden. It has truly been one of the greatest honors of my life to serve as Vice President to our President Joe Biden. Joe's legacy of accomplishment over his entire career and over the past 3.5 years is unmatched in modern history. In one term, think about it, in one term as president, he has already surpassed the legacy of most presidents who served 2 terms in office. And I know we are all deeply, deeply grateful for his continuing service to our nation. And it is my great honor to have Joe Biden's endorsement in this race.
You're going to need a lot more than that.
So, Wisconsin, I am told as of this morning that we have earned the support of enough delegates to secure the Democratic nomination.
Okay. So you got your foot in the door.
And I am so very honored, and I pledge to you I will spend the coming weeks continuing to unite our party so that we are ready to win in November. So, friends, we have 105 days until Election Day, and in that time, we've got some work to do. But We're not afraid of hard work. We like hard work, don't we? And we will win this election. Yes, we will.
Look, I know they have to
So
go
as
up here
Leah
and
told you, before
be
I
all
was
confident and
elected
everything,
vice
but we'll
president,
see.
Before I was elected United States Senator, I was elected Attorney General of the state of California, and I was a courtroom prosecutor before then. And in those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters.
Oh, she's going to bring
who
up
ripped off
Donald Trump.
consumers,
It's going to lead into Donald Trump, watch.
cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain.
Donald.
So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
I knew it. I knew it. Had to bring him up. People breaking rules. I mean, she's not wrong. You know, Donald Trump did think he was above the law. Sexual harassment, breaking the law, like more than one law, matter of fact.
And in this campaign, I promise you, I will proudly put my record against his any day of the week. As Attorney General of California, I took on one of our country's largest for-profit colleges that was scamming students. Donald Trump ran a for-profit college that scammed students.
He did.
As a prosecutor, I specialized in cases involving sexual abuse. Well, Trump was found liable for committing sexual abuse. As Attorney General of California, I took on the big Wall Street banks and held them accountable for fraud. Donald Trump was just found guilty of fraud on 34 counts.
She ain't pulling no punches.
But let's also make no mistake, this campaign is not just about us versus Donald Trump. This campaign is about who we fight for.
Who do you fight for?
This is about who we fight for. Just look at how we are running our campaigns. So Donald Trump is relying on support from billionaires and big corporations. And he is trading access in exchange for campaign contributions. A couple months ago, you all saw that a couple months ago at Mar-a-Lago, he literally promised big oil companies, big oil lobbyists, he would do their bidding for $1 billion in campaign donations. On the other hand, we are running a people-powered campaign.
She's doing great. She is making a lot of good
Just had
points.
some breaking news. We just had the best 24 hours.
I don't know if this is her or somebody, she wrote the speech, or like this is off the top of the head, or like somebody else wrote this speech for her, but it's pretty good. Like, no knocking. Like, I'm pretty sure like Joe Biden had good speeches, but he was just so old.
Powered campaign. That is how you know we will be a people-first presidency. And Wisconsin, this campaign is also about two different visions for our nation. One, where we are focused on the future. The other, focused on the past. We believe in a future where every person has the opportunity not just to get by, but to get ahead. A future future where no child has to grow up in poverty, where every worker has the freedom to join a union, where every person has affordable health care, affordable child care, and paid family leave.
Look, that's.
We believe in a future where every senior can retire with dignity.
I can agree with that. This is good so far.
So all of this is to say, building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency. Because here's the thing we all here, Wisconsin, know. When our middle class is strong, America is strong. But Donald Trump wants to take our country backward. He and his extreme Project 2025 agenda
Have you seen that? Okay, look.
will weaken the middle class.
Yeah,
Like,
well.
we know we got to take this seriously. Can you believe they put that thing in writing?
If you haven't seen that, look that up, because that is
Read
fucking
it.
outrageous.
It's
Like,
900 pages. But here's the thing. When you read it, you will see Donald Trump intends to cut Social Security and Medicare.
He intends to
give
do
tax
a
breaks to
lot of stuff.
billionaires and big corporations and make working families foot the bill.
yep.
They intend to end the Affordable Care Act.
She's not wrong on all
Take us
this.
back
If you actually
into
look
a
this,
time when insurance companies had the
I've
power
looked this
to
up.
deny people with pre-existing conditions. Remember what that was like? Children with asthma, women who survived breast cancer, grandparents with diabetes. America has tried these failed economic policies before, but we are not going back. We are not going back. Not going back. We're not going back. We are not going back. And I'll tell you why we're not going back. Because ours is a fight for the future. And it is a fight for freedom. Generations of America's, generations, and we have to remember this, the shoulders on which we stand, generations of Americans before us led the fight for freedom. And now, Wisconsin, the baton is in our hands. We, who believe in the sacred freedom to vote, will make sure every American has the ability to cast their ballot and have it counted. We, who believe that every person in our nation who should have the freedom to live safe from the terror of gun violence, will finally pass red flag laws, universal background checks, and an assault weapons ban. And we, who believe in reproductive freedom, will stop Donald Trump's extreme abortion bans because we trust women to make decisions about their own body and not have their government tell them what to do.
She's killing it up here. Like, it's no doubt about it. But, you know, this is just
Congress passes a law to
one
restore
speech, right? You have to look
reproductive
at their
freedoms
history,
as President of the
what they've
United
done.
States. I will sign it into law.
just speaking for myself right now, like I don't know a lot of what she's done. I'm definitely gonna look it up.
Wisconsin,
You
ultimately in
know,
this election, we each face a
look at
question.
articles, watch videos
What
and
kind
stuff,
of
and see what
country
she's
do we
actually
want to
done.
live in?
But right now,
A
she's killing
country-
this, and she's definitely killing Donald Trump right now.
And to your point, do we want to live in a country of freedom, compassion, and rule of law, or a country of chaos, fear, and hate? And here's the beauty of this moment. We each have the power to answer that question. The power is with the people. We each have the power to answer that question. And in the next 105 days, then we have work to do. We have doors to knock on. We have phone calls to make. We have voters to register. And we have an election to win. So, Wisconsin, today I ask you, are you ready to get to work? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless the United States.
Not wasn't bad at all. Wasn't bad at all. It it wasn't bad at all. Look, like I said, look, there's this one speech. I'm not telling you not to vote for her. I'm not telling you to vote for her. I'm not telling you to vote for anyone, okay? I'm just saying, look, you just can't go off of one speech. You have to look at their history and what they done, you know. Even, even if it's their first time running, they probably ran a state or something or or city or something. You have to look at their history, you know. Now, like I said, like I haven't really been paying attention to her, okay? So I don't know a lot. Like for me, I'm going to go look stuff up, watch videos, do my research about her. Can we say the same for Donald Trump? Well, a lot of his stuff has been out there. A lot of the stuff she said, what's 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 right? Like the I from look, being a black person, I can't really justify myself for voting for Donald Trump. I just can't do it, you know. Not 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 just because of, all the stuff he's gone through, like in the court stuff and all that. Just look at a majority of the people who vote for him, right? You know, look at what happened on January 6th, right? Look look at the stuff that maybe he doesn't like promote like directly, but he doesn't condone it or stop it. Now I think he did kind of condone it like after like we're talking about January 6th, like afterwards, but not really. Look, he doesn't what are the words I'm looking for? like a lot of the people who support Donald Trump. Yes, look, I'm not saying everyone. I'm not saying everyone, but most people, they're a little racist. They don't, they don't like immigrants. They don't like black people. They don't like any other race. Like they're ruthless. Look at when they had the tiki torches and everything. Those are the kind of people. Those are those are the kind of people who follow Donald Trump. Not all of them are like that, but a majority of them are. And look, if he gets back into the White House, look, it's gonna get crazy. Okay, a lot of these people are gonna think they can do whatever they want to whoever they want. You know, and with that whole like 2025 thing, if you actually read that, like if you're like middle class and lower, you're gonna be fucked. Like he plans to like fuck us. Cut the taxes for the billionaires, the millionaires and stuff, the rich people, and have us pay for it. But it's like a lot more in that. You have to go look it up. But it's like a lot more in that. It's crazy. But I just can't justify myself for voting for Donald Trump. Like, and I know there's black people out there who love him and everything. I feel like a lot of people love him because he's charismatic. He's outspoken. He just speaks what's on his mind. That's all wonderful and stuff. But you have to. This is you know, this is our country, you know? You have to look deeper than that. A lot of people are just looking at the surface. You have to go deeper than that and see what they're really about. See what they're talking about. See what they're trying to get past. You know, it's it's all cool. Like Donald Trump would like say stuff. He would do some things, but if you look deeper than that, like he doesn't really care that much about the lower class. He really doesn't care that much about, I mean, you know, black people or whatever, like, or any other, demographic. He really doesn't care. It's obvious that, he doesn't care that much about women. Like, it's a lot. He just cares about being the most popular person in the room. And he doesn't care how he gets there. He cares about his money and popularity. Okay? Like you can disagree with me if you want, but it is what it is. It's what I think. I personally do not like Donald Trump. And it's a lot of it is like, what he passed, what he's trying to pass. Most of it is because of social media. I feel like if Donald Trump wasn't on social media, like a 14-year-old girl, tweeting and saying all this other stuff, I probably would like him more, a little bit more, a little bit. But every time I heard something about Donald Trump, it's on social media. It was like Jesus Christ. That's why when he got banned, I was happy that he got banned off of Twitter and stuff. Cause he needs to back off of that. Like, come on, dude. But anyways, like these are my thoughts on the candidates. I'm gonna look up what she's done, what she's trying to do and everything. And I don't know, maybe she might get my vote. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's actually do some research on this. But fuck. All right, let's look at this. Let's see what everybody has to say. I did not mean to do that. That's so stupid. Grab that, put it right here. Thank you. So, let's see what's going on. See, my American people, let's win our rights back and correct the wrongs we've been dealt. BP Harris for president is best chance.
Greatest failure of any presidential administration in the history of our country. And here are the facts. 210,000 dead people in our country in just the last several months. Over 7 million people who have contracted this disease. 1 in 5 businesses closed. We're looking at frontline workers who have been treated like sacrificial workers. We are looking at over 30 million people who in the last several months had to file for unemployment. And here's the thing. On January 28th, the Vice President and the President were informed about the nature of this pandemic. They were informed that it's lethal in consequence, that it is airborne, that it will affect young people, and that it would be contracted because it is airborne. And they knew what was happening and they didn't tell you. Can you imagine if you knew on January 28th, as opposed to March 13th, what they knew, what you might have done to prepare? They knew and they covered it up. The president said it was a hoax. They minimized the seriousness of it. The president said, you're on one side of his ledger if you wear a mask, you're on the other side of his ledger if you don't. And in spite of all of that, today they still don't have a plan.
Yeah, that's back in the day.
Senator Harris. You can't afford to win for evolution on these issues.
Okay, guys, you know what? America does not want to witness a food fight. They want to know how we're going to put food on their table.
Okay. Look, I'm not against to have a woman president at all. I'm looking not at the gender, but the integrity of a person. You know, it's a lot of responsibility for a man or a woman. And you know, Donald Trump, he doesn't care about anybody but himself and rich people, because he knows if he makes, you know, rules that benefits the rich, well, he's gonna benefit from it too because he's rich.